So my sister said that they found the guy's body
Where?
near some creek in Belize. You guys, so my sister just went to Belize. Are you gonna stay in the vlog or are you gonna go make the tortilla?
I guess I gotta go.
I wasn't chasing him, but he was making tortilla and I called him over here to give him the chisme. So my sister went on vacation in Belize right when one of her husband's cousins went missing for 3 days and feared murdered. Well, they found the body last night and my dad called to tell me that they found the body, so I called my sister and my sister said that it's like the weirdest thing because they've heard, she hasn't seen with her own eyes, but they've heard that the body, even though the guy's only been missing for 3 days, the body from the waist up is skeleton, but from the waist down, it's a decomposing body. The only reason that they know that it's him is because he had tattooed his mom and dad's name on his thigh or leg or something, and I guess they've seen that tattoo. So according to my sister, they're doing the autopsy right away and burying him immediately. And I was like, oh my God, how horrendous is that? So I was asking my dad and Joe, what would cause a body to be skeleton in 3 days? I said, did they do some type of forensic countermeasure? You can tell I watch too much Criminal Minds, right? To like not make them be able to identify this body. Did they use acid to burn off the flesh? What happened? My dad and Joe feels like it's the crows, Janko, that Janko ate the body and other animals too. I was like, oh my God, how horrendous for the mom. And the mom is my brother-in-law's mom's sister. You've seen her at the tea parties and stuff like that. So that's so sad. That's so sad. I mean, I don't know what the kid was into. I think he was young, I think early 20s. And I don't know what he was into. And anything that I would know would be alleged anyways. But I think it's sad for the mom. It's sad for any mom to lose their child. Speaking of that, I've been following this thing on our news. I don't know if you guys see it because I don't know how big the news is. Because sometimes when the news is big enough, they'll show it in all the states, right? Well, there's this little boy, 5-year-old, I think his name was Aramaz Andresian Jr., and he went missing about 2.5 months ago. I guess there was a custody dispute between the parents and the dad. It was the dad's turn to have him, and the dad took him to Disneyland with the little boy's aunt, which is the dad's sister, and the little boy's grandma, which is the dad's mom, and all that stuff. I guess cameras showed, the family there. And then it was his time to give back the kid to the mom, and he didn't. So the mom called the police, and the police went looking for the dad, and I guess they found him in some park in Pasadena near where my parents' home and my sister's house is. And the guy was unconscious, and there was a smell of gasoline. I don't know if he was in the car or outside the car, but they took him to the hospital. And then when he came to, he's like, I don't know what happened to my son, blah, blah, blah. But the police never believed him, so they arrested him. But they only kept him like a couple of days before they released him. I guess they needed to find more evidence. And so for 2.5 months, this guy has never once looked for his son. He's never been on TV pleading with people to help him find his son or anything. Doesn't offer any information at all to the police. So I've long suspected, as I'm sure the police suspected, that this guy's guilty as sin, right? So the mom, on the other hand, she is tireless. She's working so hard to bring her baby home. She still wants to hold on to hope that the baby is alive. But I think I lost hope after the first week. I'll be honest with you. I've always suspected the dad. Well, they finally arrested the dad in Vegas yesterday, living it up, living it, large and in charge. And they arrested him for murder. And I guess he's shocked that they arrested him for murder because he's like, well, there's no body. Well, you don't have to have a body to be arrested for murder. They have enough circumstantial evidence. They'll get you. And so he's in court in Vegas and he's joking with the judge. I'm like, what the hell? Are we for real, guy? This is your son. So the police held a news conference yesterday and said that they think it was planned. So premeditated for you to kill your child just because you don't want the mom to have it? Oh my God, let me tell you what Joe used to tell me, when the kids were young and we'd have a fight. I'm like, they're my kids. If I leave, they're going with me. And Joe said, they're your babies, you can eat them. And that's a Belizean way of saying, hey, I'm not going to fight you for your kid. You're the mama. Because with Belizean men, the mom takes precedence. If you're with a Belizean dude, and most Belizean dude, because maybe some people are, mindset has changed now that they lived in America, but most Belizean men, if you're not going to have to fight them for your baby, because that's your baby, you can have your baby. So, Joe, how much you make? You make enough for the three of us? Is he making enough for the three of us? Joe's making flour tortilla. It's a flour tortilla type of day, guys. Give me that phone. I don't know that I'd ever do the eating show, the mukbang or whatever it is. I don't know that I would ever do it with noodles because unless I do like spaghetti or something, because I can't eat Chinese food because of the MSG. But Joshua and Jada can and will. And I can't eat. I see people do like the ramen or whatever, the cup of noodles, and they do 5, 6, 7 bags and they eat it all. Nah, we can't engorge ourselves. That's like yesterday,
too much salt.
But yesterday that apple pie was nice because everybody got a generous slice with the ice cream, and we had fun eating it.
Slices were huge too.
Yeah, it was a generous slice.
Yeah.
So that part was really, really good. And then we'll do the menudo or cow foot soup with Joe and Josh because they like that. And I think we might convince Colin to taste it. I don't mind that it's the feet of the cow because these people eat pigtail, right? But I don't like that it has a stickiness, like a gumminess.
It does.
And then it stays on your lip and it's like...
There's some
it's like Vaseline.
There's one part of the meat that's really sticky like that, and it has like a weird pattern on it, like circly pattern. It's weird. I know exactly which one.
I don't like that about it. It's not the taste, or it's not the fact that it's cow's feet. It's because of that stickiness. So it's a texture thing for me. But Joe and Joshua love that, so we could do that. I want to do the one with the boiler, but y'all, I'm broke. I can't do these mukbang if I'm broke. So we need to go where people can see this car. So after we eat this lunch, Joe and I are going to head out the door to where we don't know. We're going to go where the Holy Ghost sends us. Let me put on my glasses so I feel like I'm squinting. Yeah, I edited too much last night so I can start feeling the effects of the migraine. Oh, speaking of the pain, let me tell you about my pain. Joshua, touch right here for me. Go lower. No, not press. Just touch. There. Okay, there is where the pain started, and it's still really raw right there. And
I didn't even push.
You're touching me. And then it moved here, like where you get your vaccine. And then it moved here. And Sugar, I really do think it's a rotator cuff issue. I think it started as a shoulder blade issue at first because I hold the camera like that to vlog. And even though the camera is light, it's kind of hard to hold your arms up, right? And I do my right arm a lot, of course. And I could feel a pain setting, so I stopped. But then I went to the gym last week, Thursday, to try to work it out. And I did the machine. I tried to reach for that machine that you pull down. And I couldn't reach for it with this. This became like a little chicken wing. And so I went to the one that pushed up. Oh, that wasn't happening. I pushed up and only that arm went up. I go, Wait, and so I think I may have injured it more then,
does it hurt less today than yesterday, or is it still like the same?
It's still the same. So I tried to make an appointment to go to Kaiser because Sugar told me to go see the doctor while I have coverage because these douchebag politicians are trying to take away our coverage. So I called and they're like, we're totally booked. Call back in a couple of hours to see if we have cancellation.
Makes sense.
And if not, call back after 3 to try to come to urgent care. Well, they asked me if I was lightheaded, and even though I get a little bit lightheaded with that migraine, I don't think one has anything to do with the other because this came in last week. I could feel that.
Kaiser booked until now because I've heard people are freaking scared trying to get their stuff.
Everybody running in there for their dope. I'm telling you, if they take away Medi-Cal and I can't get the ACA, because right now we're on Medi-Cal, if they take that away, I'm going to have to go back to begging for my drugs from friends and family. That's what we had to do last week. Joe couldn't get his Flonase in time, so we rushed down to Joe's mom and she gave him a ton of Flonase because she doesn't use them all. Joe used to get his asthma meds from one of my mom's friends. That she would get prescribed asthma meds and she didn't use them all because she wasn't as badly off as Jory, and that's how we survived. I mean, my son was a terrible asthmatic to the point that the light company gives us a discount because of his health issues, and he can't get no coverage because we can't afford it. I'm telling you, medical coverage for just Joe and me used to be $600 and it was nothing. You had to pay so much copay when you went in. So this voting that they're doing really sickens me, and I hope that these Republican senators will wake up to this crazy man and protect us. Because I'm telling you, once we get back in again, we will have no mercy on these people that screwed us over. No mercy. I believe in that. I believe if you keep pushing me against the wall and you screw me over, when I get the upper hand, I will have no mercy on you. That's how I work. I'm gonna do a mini eating show. Watch. See? You know what this is? Flour tortilla with peanut butter. I must be lacking something for me to crave peanut butter.
What's going on over here?
Jory, want to be on one of my eating shows?
I'm fine.
Jory, Daddy doesn't understand what that means when you say I'm fine.
I'm fine. What else can that mean? I said I'm
Then what
good.
does that mean?
He likes it when I'm fine. Like I don't want it.
Okay, that's what it means.
Yeah,
So
I'm
why
fine.
do you keep asking him?
Well, you don't want it.
I don't want it.
Oh.
Joe asked Jory if he wants some tortilla, right? Jory's like, no, I'm fine. And Joe kept asking him like he didn't know what I'm fine meant. Then he just said it means I don't want it. Then he asked Jory, do you want it?
I thought you, after when you say want.
I've just been back here for a while.
What that?
This chicken tenderloin thing.
Oh, I have to cook that. Jory,
Yeah.
come see this thing behind my ear to see if it's cancer. Right here? Right there? Is that a mole or a pimple?
No, that's cancer. No, that's a mole.
It's a mole. Does it look cauliflowered, raised, anything like that?
It's raisins black.
But it doesn't look raisiny.
No.
Okay.
Can I pop it?
It's not cancer.
Can I pop it?
It's gonna bleed.
Good.
If you pop it, it's gonna bleed.
So you know you're alive, Mom. Say it with your chest.
I'm gonna get a dental floss and tie that sucker off. Josh is driving me over to Kaiser because there's never parking there in the middle of the day, so he can always like dump me off at the door and then he can go find parking and come in. Alright guys, I'm not gonna hurt my shoulder no more. I have you guys on a selfie stick. Going into Kaiser. Hey guys, it's probably dark down here, but we're heading home. We put in for the medication that they gave me. We're gonna come back and get it. They did x-rays. They're thinking it's frozen shoulder syndrome. I'm making a little bit of dinner first, and then I'm gonna go to the gym with Joe, but I'm just gonna do the one machine that you push downwards that eases the pain on the shoulder, and then anything on the lower body, and then cardio. I'm not gonna do any other upper body stuff. The doctor says I have to move it because if I don't move it, it'll stay frozen. Joe, Josh, and I went to the gym tonight, and I was able to work out the lower parts of my body and cardio. I was able to do cardio, and I did one machine where you kind of press down like this because that helps the shoulder a whole lot. So when I went to the doctor today, she gave me muscle relaxants, which I'm supposed to only take as needed, and then she gave me steroids, and you know how that works, right? You take so much this day, and then you wean yourself off completely like in a week. And she ordered physical therapy. She ordered an x-ray, you know, just to make sure there's nothing wrong with the rotator cuff. So I still don't know if anything's wrong with that because, of course, she's saying it's a frozen shoulder thingy just from being overworked. I can't raise my arm more than right here. So to take this shirt off tonight's going to be a doozy. I don't know why I put the shirt on this morning, but it's because when I woke up and I put the heating pad on it, I got up and I felt good. And then I put my shirt on, got my day started, and then it's like, oh, what the hell's happening? It's spasming. So, quick update before I end this. I heard from my sister, and she said that they've already buried the young man. He was only 24 years old. She said they went to where the body was located, put him in the casket, did the autopsy, and went straight to the burial site. And they were already building the tomb for him because when he went missing, I guess the family was getting some type of anonymous calls telling them that, you know, he had been murdered or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know the whole story, to tell you the truth. I don't want to know the whole story. All I'm doing is praying for the boy's mom and his dad, but mostly for the mom because, you know, as a woman, I feel for the mom. I don't know her, but she's my sister's mother-in-law's sister. So I just feel so sorry for any mom that has to lose their child, especially in such a horrible way, you know? And I hope that the people who did this gets what's coming to them. So she said the village, it's a small village. I guess the village really pulled together to try to make their own search party and stuff because the cops don't really care to go out there and do anything. And had it not been for some hunters that was hunting at nighttime, they would have never found him. And they still don't know what happened to the upper part, if it was a jaguar. Joe doesn't think it's a jaguar because he thinks they will, rip you to shreds. He thinks it's more like vultures. Oh, God, that is so horrible. Don't you guys think that's horrible? So Julie is out the hospital. I've been keeping up with her through Facebook because I've been in my own thing with this pain and everything else I've been doing. So I'm glad that she's home, and I guess she has to get strong first before they do the replacement. But I'll call her and talk with her tomorrow. I've been watching this vlogger called the Bells Plus One, and she's been really trying to do a lot to help us YouTubers build. So she put out a video about I don't quite understand what all she wants us to do, but she's trying to help everybody grow their channel. And I want to be involved in this because I really want my channel to grow, especially the cooking channel. So I'm going to go back and watch it again and make notes as to what she wants us to do. But to me, it seems like kind of like she's forming a network without charging you network fees. You guys know that's why I don't want to join a network, right? Because I don't want to have to pay these fees. They want you to lose like 30 to 70% of your income. She's not saying none of that. It's just like, let's form our own group. Let's make this channel where you can all post your content and then send everybody there to go see the content, and then people can come back and find you and subscribe to you. So that's the simplest way that I can describe it. So I'm going to look into it more, figure out what I'm going to do, and then probably put the video up at the cooking channel, because I think I probably recorded too much today and then set the camera back to charge again, so the battery died just now. Yeah, so I'm going to look into it, see what she requires for us to do to join the group. And you'll never know. Hopefully, maybe this would be something that would help the cooking channel grow more quickly, right? I think I've told you guys that I can't do anything from the review channel in regards to getting sponsors there, because you have to have 10,000 subscribers and I only have like close to 6,000. So I really need to figure out a way to grow that channel so I can start doing sponsored, I can't say that word, sponsored videos from there. Anyways, I'm going to say goodnight for right now. Tomorrow I'm going to spend some time with the laptop talking back to some of you, you know, like answering your comments and stuff like that, because I think, you know, we're due for a sit down and a chit chat. I love you guys for watching. Please thumbs up the video, because from looking at that social blue book thing, all that matters. The thumbs up, the likes, the dislikes, the comments, and the subscription. All of that play a role, and even the minutes watched. I think at the vlog, you guys only watch an average of about 11 minutes of my 22-minute vlog. So sometimes I wonder, should I cut it down to like 14, 15 minutes? And at the cooking channel, I think they only watch like 4 minutes of a normal 8-minute video. Although the other video I put up on Monday was long. I didn't even care. I enjoyed doing that video. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow night, okay? Take care of yourself and don't work too hard.
When the red button is on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay guys, see, I'm doing it. Ready. He doesn't want to go back on the boat. Splash.
Splash?
Yeah.